Santa Barbara City College Measure P Citizens Bond Oversight Committee meeting of September 16th, 2025 is now called to order. And may I have a motion to approve our agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously. And may I have a motion to approve the minutes of our prior meeting? Ms. Barber,
Second.
second, any discussion? Last minute corrections? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Unanimous again. Moving right along. Item 4, are there any public comments from members of the public wishing to speak on any subject within the jurisdiction of this committee?
I received none via email today
Okay,
and none in person.
thank you. Okay. Item 5, update on the physical education building replacement project. Mr. Mahan?
Yep.
Thank you. Good evening.
Chair, members of the committee, we've met before at the first go around, but got a couple of drone photos to show you guys today, but we've made a lot of progress since your last meeting in June. I think the first thing is we ordered the contracts to the hazardous material abatement contractor and the general contractor, Resource Environmental and PCL Construction, and they both mobilized since. And we've made a lot of progress. What you'll see is that so far the abatement of the building is nearly complete. Contractual completion is mid-October, and it is likely that we'll be there or really close to it. Naturally, at an existing building, there's a lot of unforeseen conditions, so we're dealing with those, and so we should be pretty close to that. So some larger progress items since we last met. We had a major power shutdown on the campus in August before the students came back to completely disconnect the building from the infrastructure of the college. We've since relocated our management offices from this building down to the old building, the old I guess that's shipping and receiving buildings down there. Along with the contractor, they did some improvements, so that's going to be our main construction administration trailer. And in addition to the site fencing, we've done some pedestrian wayfinding to kind of support the kids as they make their way through the campus, not having access through this building anymore. From a budget standpoint, specifically to the remediation of the hazardous materials. As I mentioned, there's been four what I call change events. In those 4 change events are basically unforeseen hazardous materials, more asbestos, really is what it was, that we could never access, until we really took the building apart. So those have all been implemented. There's a 5th one that's pending. And so far, we really haven't treated them as far as impacting the schedule yet. We're trying to work with the contractor to see if we can keep the schedule to the original 90-day schedule, or excuse me, 120-day schedule. So we're going to address that this month, in the month of September, to figure if we need to add a couple of weeks. To offset that, most of the costs that have been incurred with regard to those change events have been absorbed within the contingency that we already had in the contract. And one of the scopes was a reduction in scope. So we had some kind of credits, and with these ads, we think we're going to be, if with the 5th one, I'm not quite sure yet, but we're going to be right around where we started. So budget is in good condition with regard to the hazardous material abatement. With regard to the schedules I mentioned, even despite the unforeseen conditions, we're still right around where we need to be. One thing that's what we're doing is, because we can't expect these guys to be everywhere at once. We really started on what we call the east side of the building or the track side of the building, and we've moved towards the west. And so what that's allowed is that the lower section of the men's locker rooms, the women's locker rooms, and all the dance areas is pretty much done as far as remediation is concerned and soft demolition. So what we did is we've since issued the notice to proceed to PCL so that they can start the hard demolition of those spaces. So that's about 3 weeks sooner than we anticipated originally in the schedule. So although we might take a little longer from a hazardous material remediation in this gym portion, the basketball gym portion, we're going to pick up some time by allowing the contractor to start their hard demo on that east end. So that's a win in my mind. So that kind of making our way into PCL and notice to proceed 2, you can see they've done a lot of the site cleanup, which was all part of their NTP, notice to proceed 1. And now in notice to proceed 2, it's about a 6-month duration. That's anticipating a lot of things fall into place, fall into hopefully the right place. So it's hard demolition in NTP 2. So basically the building will be taken down. And it's shoring to retain the hillside here. Those are the first 2 steps. And then the third step is we need to bring our engineer, our soils engineer, our geotechnical engineer back in to do testing of the soil in the footprint of the existing building. And they've tested everywhere around it, but the California Geological Survey wants to make sure that we know what's exactly going on underneath that building. So that's part of the schedule of this project. So we've got a few weeks for that. And then once we get those results, assuming there's no surprises, we go back to the Geological Survey, we go back to Department of State Architects, and we say, hey, this is where the good soil is versus where the bad soil is. And then and they acknowledge it, and we basically move forward then with deep soil mixing piles. That's they're 6-foot diameter piles that go down 30+ feet, and they mix the soil with grout to create a hardened surface. And then once we do that and our test results come back to the expected design that we've submitted to them, and they can confirm that, then they'll give us the green light to start constructing the building going vertical. So that's really that's what our goal is over the next 6 months. Take down the building, shore the hillside, get the soils tested, hopefully confirm what we have, do the deep soil mixing, and then get the approval from the CGS and the DSA to move forward. So it's a lot.
All going to happen during rainy season.
Yeah.
If we have a rainy season this year.
Well, we're supposed to get rain.
Wishful thinking.
So yes. So that's obviously the great unknown, right?
Mhm.
What we're gonna get in Santa Barbara. Yeah. Yeah.
So are the new buildings, what's here now is going to be completely destroyed and completely gone. And you're wanting to test the soil underneath the existing buildings. So is the implication that the new buildings will be in a similar footprint of the existing buildings?
The new building really is in that lower section. Maybe fast forward one. Yeah, right there. So the new building basically sits where all the lower area is. So it sits there and kind of turns a little bit more towards the track.
Okay.
And then the larger area there, where the basketball gym is now, that's all outdoor usable space, and I think they're for training and those types of events and those types of things. So it's a smaller condensed footprint, if you will. It's a more, it's not so sprawling, if you will. Yeah.
What is the focus on recycling of any of the building?
That's a good question, and that's one of the primary reasons why we're removing all the hazardous material.
Yeah, right.
So that we don't have to put it in a special landfill and we get those LEED accredited points, right? So
Great.
now this will all this concrete that's here will be ground up and recycled.
Are you grinding on site or are you grinding off site?
I don't know that to be 100% sure, so I'd be guessing right now. Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
no problem. So I think going forward in the next quarter, this is actually a good view right here. I think our one of the big things that we'll be doing is we'll be moving our fence line so that the track access will be a little bit different to the community. And we're working with the contractor, and obviously we're working with the college to to figure out what that looks like and the communication and the timing of that all, because we'll need that area there, because that the building does encroach down in that zone. So ultimately, there'll be the entrance into the track from the parking lot and from the building will be different than it exists today. Or it existed in the old building. So that'll occur sometime in the next quarter, probably October-ish. So just kind of what's to come, next quarter, obviously we'll be completing all our abatement work. Like I mentioned, we'll do all the we'll start all the hard demolition, we'll be shoring the hillside. We'll be beginning the soil testing and confirmation with the geotechnical engineer, relocating the fence, new access to the track, and doing other things like grading and shaping the site, utilities, and some foundation preparation. Closing, that's really kind of my summary. I think just in general, the schedule is doing well, budget's doing good, and overall, I think project's going really well. We're really happy with the contractor so far.
You sound very optimistic.
I mean,
That so far things are going great.
yeah, there's so much unforeseen in this type of work, right?
Sure.
And the fact that we accounted for it, we dealt with it, and we've moved on with hopefully very little impact to our schedule, if any at all. I feel like that's a win for us.
Yeah.
Both from a time and dollar standpoint.
Well, you prepared well. Well done.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Any other questions?
I have a question. As you get down into the soil area, will there be representatives from the Chumash tribe to observe in case they're, this is where they live,
Yeah.
in case there are human remains or artifacts found?
I'm not too sure on that. I know that I believe our CEQA document is a notice of exemption because it is a mature site, meaning it's already been developed in the past. But typically in those scenarios, it's not a requirement to the college per se to there. Now, if there's an awareness from a standpoint from the contractor that what has gone on here. So I think if anything does occur, obviously.
I know there.
Yeah. Go ahead, Chris.
I just want to say, when we developed and applied to the Coastal Commission, we hired a consultant, David Stone, did a lot of work with the local tribes to look at the space and get their feedback on the area. And then because it could happen, but we don't anticipate anything in the existing footprint because there's already construction there. So we anticipate they would have found it previously, but it certainly could happen.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate
Sure,
that. I'm
absolutely.
just glad they were notified
Yes.
and they're working with you. That's important.
Absolutely.
So has there been communication with the neighbors? I'm just anticipating prior personal experience with projects like this, when massive loads of dump trucks start rumbling through neighborhoods. It can kind of shake people up a little bit.
Well, fortunately, the path to the freeway is actually Cabrillo to Castillo.
Oh.
So there's no real disruption to,
Oh.
maybe disruption to some hotel guests,
Yeah.
but there really isn't a disruption to.
And how has it been so far as
We have got no complaints
Yeah.
about the sound.
and then we have large
Agree.
generators and pumps and other than Karen, our project manager. She's got a generator right in her ear, but other than that, I think it's gone pretty well from that sense.
Mr. Mann, I had a question about, does the new building require a deeper, stronger foundation than the existing one?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And how does that work exactly? Are these deep footings sunk into the earth or what?
Yeah, I mean, that's part of it's really a stabilization of the existing soil. It's what I'm trying to, I won't be able to get the technical term right, but essentially you have, everything kind of on the hillside and up is original kind of, what they call historic, sediment, and the stuff down lower is newer as a result of building of the harbor. So we have to find kind of that line, that divide of the original and kind of this newer sediment, right? And then what we do there is we reinforce that with these deep soil mixed piles. And they're 6 foot wide by 30 feet deep, they did this down at the police station too. They did this same method of stabilizing the soil, but essentially they mix the existing soil with grout and water to create this hardened soil that the building sits on. Yeah,
So no issues of liquefaction here?
no, that's what it is, and that's what we're dealing with.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you're a lot closer to sea level
Yeah.
down there than you are up on the hill.
yeah, I mean, it's really
Well,
sand, right? It's,
The new Goleta Valley Cottage Hospital, which is almost a mile away, was sitting on top of liquefaction.
Yeah.
By the way, we drilled 60 pilings,
We're
30 feet deep, full of concrete and rebar.
Yeah, so we're gonna do probably 400 here.
Yeah.
That ought to hold it.
Yeah. Wow. But they're not reinforced concrete. They're to stabilize soil. So,
Thank you very much.
you're welcome. Thank you. There's a few more if you wanted to spin through them, just to kind of give them context. These are a month old, so it looks a lot better now.
Covering's all gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the cover's gone from the gym.
And when will the wrecking ball come? That's what people keep.
That's a really good question. They were just telling us, so they were supposed to start on on September 23rd. So it's a Tuesday. So it's a week from
Today.
Today.
Yeah, so they're gonna start a week from today. And so the heavy equipment will be showing up on site in the meantime between now and then. So I think it's just big excavators that can grab things and pull it down. Initially.
No Vegas style.
No,
No,
yeah.
A big explosion in successive order.
Great, okay. Item 5.2, update of Citizens Bond Oversight Committee bylaws. Ms. Rowland, is that you?
Good afternoon. I'm Ann Lamarina Rolene, a partner at Norton Rose Fulbright and serve as bond counsel to the district. On September 16th, the Board of Trustees took and reviewed your suggested amendments to the Citizens Bond Oversight Committee bylaws and approved it. There was some discussion about what the changes were, but I know some of the members had also watched the Zoom discussions that you all had. And so they were aware of the discussions regarding, for example, the stated reasons for removal of members, and then talking about the terms and some of the other discussions, but they approved it there as you presented it to them.
Oh. Wow.
And that's September 11th.
Oh, September, yeah. And then I guess if you're ready, the next one is also me. So providing an update on the inaugural bond sale. Yeah. So on August 5th, the district went to market and sold its Series A or inaugural issuance of general obligation bonds. And then if you could go to the next. Yeah, so the district's municipal advisor, Rachel Chenquay from Fieldman Roll-Up, and Trennis Wright from Raymond James, the district's underwriter. They're both available via Zoom to answer any financial questions you may have, because I think one of the first slides we have is the municipal market update. But I could just talk through as he's bringing them in. On the date of sale of the bonds. Okay, the district received over 672 million in orders from 44 separate investors. And this was just for the 79.9 million of par amount of GO bonds that were sold. If you want to scroll through to the next slide. I don't know if Rachel or Trennis wanted to discuss the market updates at the time.
Of course. Good evening. Rachel Chenquay here at Philman, proud to represent the district as your municipal advisor. So we summarize some of the market information that we review with the district leading up to the pricing of our Series A bond issuance here. So the 4 charts, to quickly go over them, and happy to answer any question. Trennis and I will team up to address any questions you may have. But when it comes to the municipal bond market, the top 2 slide charts on the slide shows you the balance between supply and demand. And certainly lesser the supply, lesser competition to the district's bonds, and more demand will help us increase the investor participation on the bonds, and those will be beneficial to the ultimate interest rates on the Series A bonds. The other thing, of course, that's most important is the benchmark rates. So similar to the stock market, we look to the Dow Jones or S&P index. For municipal bonds, tax-exempt municipal bonds, we look to what's called MMD or municipal market data. So the 2 bottom charts show you what that MMD curve have trended in 2025 leading up to the pricing of the bonds in early August, as well as how they compare to historical ranges since 2005.
Next slide. And then Rachel or Trennis, do you want to talk about the orders?
Yeah, so hi, I'm Trennis Wright. I'm with Raymond James, and I'm head of California Community College Districts for them. So we act as the underwriter. So we're the people that sold the bonds. So this screen tells you, and it's a lot of information taken at once, but it shows you the 80 million odd that we sold, what level of orders we got. So I think as Ann had mentioned at the beginning, we got 44 separate investors to come in and put orders in. And then it's what's called oversubscribed for 80 million at 672 million total orders. So pretty oversubscribed. I mean, as you can imagine, Santa Barbara is a very well-known name nationally. The credit rating is very good. And so that alone would be would attract investors. And so, but because we're in the market every week, we kind of know in general who's got money to invest. And then fortunately, August 1st, for California is the largest redemption month. And so there's a lot of money that comes back into investors' hands just from getting repayments on bonds they already own. Right. So bonds are different than mortgages. A mortgage has 1 rate, 1 maturity. Bonds have 30 not all bonds, but they typically have 30 odd maturities. And there's principal maturing and a separate rate for every maturity. So bond investors get money every August 1st in California, for the most part. About 90% or more get money on August 1st. So we time the sale to kind of take advantage of that. Just so happens your construction was lined up with that as well, because of course the projects drive when we sell bonds. But August 1st is a big redemption month. A lot of money comes in, so we know who has cash largely, and we go and we get their orders. And it takes all this happened in about 2 hours, so it goes very quick. But you can see from that bar graph on the bottom there that there's some of these things were over 10 times subscribed certain maturities. So there's a lot of demand for your bonds, and so that allowed us to then take what were in essence a scale or an interest rate scale, if you call it, that we released the morning of the sale. And you'll see on the next page that we do one before the day of sale called pre-pricing. And then we have the one we released the morning of sale called the release scale. And then there's the final proposal, which is what we get agreed with the district. And so we use the demand created on the former page to say, hey, how can we move rates and where can we move rates in the district's favor? So Rachel, you want to talk about what good faith estimates are?
Absolutely. Thank you, Trennis. So good faith estimates are our best estimates prepared at the time leading up to the board of trustees reviewing, considering, and approving the issuance of the Series A GO bonds. So at that time, early May, we have estimated the interest rates as well as finance charges and the resulting construction proceeds, total debt service, and net repayment ratio is a common industry method to look at the repayment for every dollar you borrow. So looking at the good faith estimates, at that time, we estimated that to be $2.61 for every dollar you borrow. So as Trent has talked about, we looked at the pre-pricing, data pre-pricing, what those numbers will look like. If you recall, one of the charts on the first slide shows you the benchmark interest rates leading up to August 5th. And you would see that while short-term interest rates improved, in other words, decreased, the long-term interest rates, 30-year benchmark rates where we have most of our bonds had increased. So that's why you see a slight increase in that true interest cost. As Trent has talked about, municipal bonds have multiple maturities and different interest rates. So that true interest cost is a blended calculation of the overall interest rate. Nevertheless, the total net debt service is lower than the good faith estimates, in part due to assessed valuation for the current year, which is information we obtained from the county in during the summertime in July, and those have been better than what previously were conservatively projected. So that allowed us to repay more bonds earlier in the term of the bonds. And of course, with the strong demand that we saw the morning of August 5th, we were able to further improve all the interest rates. And then also what it accumulated to is the bottom line, further improve net debt service repayment, and that repayment ratio to be 2.55 to 1. I know those are all the slides that we have, and we're here to answer any questions you may have.
A couple questions, please. Let me start with, I'm assuming this was all one tranche, correct?
It was one series.
One series? Okay, and then my other question, this is more hypothetical than anything else. But what are the options in the event that interest rates drop significantly, if you will, over the next year or few years to refinance at better rates?
So when we sell bonds, we got to make a couple assessments. So one is we need a certain amount of premium up front, right? Particularly because in your case, we did what's called a tax rate extension. Okay, so that was, and so we're solving the debt service for these bonds around existing ones in essence. So we know that the redemption, however we set that redemption number, whether it's 1 year or 3 years or 10, and 10 is very traditional in our line of work and in this industry. So for the current interest bonds, we set it for 10 years on the current interest bond piece, which was 60 million of the 80. And then on the what's called capital appreciation bonds, we set it at 9 years. And so, but we had to keep it at 10 for the current interest bonds, primarily because we needed to generate premium on those bonds to pay debt service the next couple of years, the interest bill. Okay. And so, and we don't have the numbers in these slides, which is unfortunate, but I guess the gist of it is the longer you make that redemption versus the coupon you set, the more premium you're going to get, if that makes sense. Because obviously if you're an investor and you buy something that's only going to be out there for 3 years, that the issuer can take it off my hand in 3 years, well, then you're not going to pay a big premium for that, right? Relative to any coupon. So standard in our line of work is 10 years, and that's what we use for 2 reasons. 1, it generates a good demand for the bonds. 2, because it generates enough premium to cover the interest bill for the next like 2 years, because we needed the tax rate capacity for the next 2 years is really absorbed, and we have to pay for it somehow when we sell the bonds. So therefore, we use premium to pay for it, and then the taxes will take over up as of year 3.
So you can refinance the capital appreciation bonds as of August 1, 2034, and you can refinance the current interest bonds as of August 1, 2035. And if you all were interested in looking at the official statement or like the prospectus, so when the bond investors, it's a 200-page document. I just have an excerpt of it. Then you would just go to emma.msrb.org, type in Santa Barbara College, and then you can see all of the district's bond issuances.
And refinancing opportunities is something that we continue to monitor on the district's behalf, not just for this new Series A bonds, but all of your outstanding bonds. To answer the questions directly from earlier, if interest rates were to drop dramatically in the next year or two, it is unlikely that a refinancing will be economical given the 9 to 10 year sort of redemption period or lockout period. But certainly as we get closer to 2034 and 35, it's highly likely that we will get to refinance them in the future.
And when do the property taxes kick in for the tax for the property owners? That's just continuing? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Because it's a tax rate extension,
Right.
the debt service for these is already being kind of layered over the existing ones, but we're trying to manage that tax rate to what's called 850 per 100,000. So for, I don't know what your home's on the assessed value, but if you have a half, if your home value is $500,000 on the tax bill, the taxes to support this bond will be about what, $45 or so per year.
Oh,
And
don't be sharp.
Assessed value, depends on where you are.
Multiply that times 10.
And on the tax bill, we did some research leading up to the bond pricing. We understand that the county treasurer tax collector itemizes each individual outstanding bond series. So there will be some math that you will need to do. But the goal is of all of the bond series outstanding, the combined tax rate would stay under that $8.50 per 100,000 of AV.
Yes, so this fall, when you get your tax bill, we have it. So the 25-26 fiscal year number is actually $750 per 100,000. So when you sum up all those lines, that's what it will be.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions from the committee? Thank you, Ms. Rowley. And thank you, everybody.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Okay. All right, it looks like our next item is the deciding on the committee member terms. My understanding of this is we can have up to 5, is that correct?
It was 4 or 5 members were recommended for a 3-year term and 4 or 5 members were recommended for a 2-year term. So it can be either. Yeah,
I think we missed something. 5.4 overview list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
5.4 is just an informational item, and what we did, I should say what Alexander did, was take all of the items that have gone before the board under their heading of bond and sort of color code them for you, so you can tell which ones bond spending will occur on and which ones bond spending won't occur. So to help with what falls under the purview of your review and what wouldn't necessarily, but you may want some general.
I did have a statement to make. I was wondering if we could add into our minutes just clarification of what VIP luxury restrooms means. Because when I first looked at it, I thought, oh, taxpayers aren't gonna like that. And then I went and I reviewed the board meeting, and I think there was 3 trustees, including a student trustee, had the same question. And it's actually, if there could be clarification, that's the name of the company.
Yes.
It's not a description. Right.
Right.
So just in case I doubt the public will look at this in the future, but if they look at the backup
It's a good
information, they
clarification.
could see that and they're not concerned. That's all.
That it?
Thank you.
Okay, now on to the subject of committee member terms. Does anyone want to make a report on this, or do we want to just decide what we already know?
Well, the list is right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
with
okay.
it. I'd like a motion. Do we need a motion to accept it or just leave it?
I do have a question for a motion, if that's all right.
Sure.
Would it be, okay to add the expiration date of the term? So we have, 2 years, but should we have the expiration date? Okay.
I have that list separately, so once you finalize that, we can, I believe it was 2028. It will be through the end of this year. 25 to 28 would be the 3-year, and 25 to 27 is 2-year, or do you wanna? I'm looking at recommendation. Would it be from now, this 25?
When their term started, yeah, but yes, 20.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
It would be through that, I think it was
Yeah,
March.
that's correct.
March was your first meeting in 25. So the 2027, would they say January or December of the year before? I don't know
We'll
what.
just do 12 months.
Yeah.
For per year times 2 years and times 3 years, and we can post that once the decision.
So, and I have that list to finalize, but this is just for you guys to vote and change around.
So what is the process for new terms? So when somebody's term is up in 27, does that then go before the board for the board to reappoint for another 2-year term? All right.
And may that person who served that 2 or 3-year term reapply.
Sure.
Okay.
So
They just ask you.
I was gonna say, normally somebody comes and asks you, do you want to continue on rather than a whole new application
Right,
process?
it wouldn't be a new application
Right.
if you were continuing.
Sure.
Okay.
And according to the bylaws, the term begins as of the date of appointment by the board.
Oh,
January.
Okay, January.
Okay,
That date too, when the application is done.
so in our list here, we have 4 people who've said that they want to serve for 3 years. And a couple of people who could go either way. So I think that the number 4 for 3 years sounds good. To me, is there a motion to approve the list as we have it?
I so move.
yep, second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
All right.
Can I make a point of order?
Please do.
Your item does say below is the survey results that will be approved by roll call, and you didn't do a roll. call.
Okay,
So I recommend that
Sure.
you do it because it was specified.
absolutely. Thank you.
Can I give you roll call?
Very good.
Okay, so for the appointment of terms, member Abram,
Aye.
member Celeste,
Barbara.
Barber.
Aye.
Member Gustafson not here, and member Boss.
Yes.
Member Boteju is not here. Member Davidson,
Aye.
member Chair Francisco,
Hi,
member Fellows,
Aye.
member Hickman. is also not.
thank you. Okay. Nice to have that settled. I don't know what I signed up for. but-
Okay.
Okay, next topic, 7.2, proposed 2028 meeting dates. 2026 meeting dates. Ms. Chair Young, do you want to tell us what's going on here?
So these are just the suggested dates that when we met with Chair Francisco, based on the scheduling. So if there's any major issues or if anyone knows that they're not available or would like to suggest different times. But that was the quarterly meetings on the 3rd Tuesday of the month for 2026. March 17th, 2026. June 16th, 2026, September 15th, 2026, and December 15th, 2026.
And just a point of clarification, These dates are following a board meeting, SBCC trustee board meeting, so that you would have the most fresh information about the bond and any actions that the board takes. So it's normally the Thursday before, with an exception of December. The board of trustees by law has to have their meeting later in the month, so that that may be a shift.
That's our annual organizational meeting, and it needs to be after the second Friday of the month
Okay,
by law.
okay. Very good. Do I have a motion to approve these dates? Thank you.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Ms. Voss?
I just won't be able to attend to the 17th. I have a conference, or sorry, March 17th, but you'll have forum.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe not at St. Patrick's Day.
Okay, all those in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, that passes. Okay, topic 8.1, our remaining 2025 meeting dates.
I did suggest putting the room, 8218C in there, in the event that the other board meeting room is not available, but I can notify you if that changes.
Okay.
We go back.
Ms. Barber?
I'm actually very happy to meet here. I mean, we're a
I am
committee, we're not the Board of Trustees, and we have ample room in here.
I prefer
It's intimate. We don't have to worry about ever having to be moved out because the room's being used. I don't know. How did the others feel about it? I'm content to stay here.
I'm fine here.
Yeah.
I like to be able to see all your faces.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Good thing.
Well, I don't think we need to make a motion about that, but.
Also did confirm with scheduling, and they were able to determine that all of the dates for the 2026 that you just reviewed were available for this room, except for the December one, because it's 1 year out, so, but they know that it's coming. So this room is reserved if you agree to.
I would just suggest that when we hold our meetings, that we continue to leave the signs there because the public is probably used to going to the Board of Trustees meeting room and they might be confused. So just keep that up. Just follow it.
Please.
And I'm going to comment that I know the plan had been having a meeting the Tuesday after or the week after the board meets. But I think given the anomaly of December, my recommendation is that you keep it on the Tuesday before the board meeting.
Yeah.
And that we just report out to the board about the fact that the CBOC has met 2 days ago. Given the scheduling, I mean, there's just nothing we can do about it in December. So as long as everybody's okay with us doing that, and I'll also share that with the board and let them know that one time a year, they will hear at that meeting exactly what happened in the previous meeting rather than the other way around.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that sounds good. Okay. And do we need to take any action on this?
No.
Okay.
But I have noted that this is a preferred room, going forward. I'll share that information with you via email.
Great, thank you. Okay. Any other topics that I have not brought up, Mr. Fellows?
Just one question. When is the first report to the taxpayers due?
So that would be with my office, and we're thinking sometime in the spring to work together on that.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you.
Any other questions? In that case, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for being here.
Nice job. Thank you.
That's for us to take or leave.
Okay, good. Thank you.
It's your participation.